Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Colorado Living. My name is Nicole Baker. Today we're going to be talking about the differences between Texas and Colorado and why all the Texans are moving here. If that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and keep on watching. But before we get started, I wanted to let you guys know I am a licensed realtor here in this beautiful state. So if it's something that you're interested in, go ahead and reach out to me. My number's popping up on the screen right here. And I love hearing from you guys, but let's go ahead and get started in this video because it's going to be a long one. Okay guys, first thing that we're gonna get into is the weather, and one of the major things that I think people are moving to Colorado from Texas because of, it's really gonna be the difference in that temperature. So as you guys know, if you're watching this video, you might be from Texas or you're just curious, but the weather in Texas is definitely going to be a hotter climate than it is here up in the mountains and in Colorado in general. So on average, you're gonna be seeing closer to the 90s to 100 to even 113 at sometimes during the summer, versus the average in Denver is going to be closer to that, you know, we'll say 85, 95 at the highest. We are currently in summer right now, and it was 100 the other day, but majority of the time it has been in that 85s and 95s, somewhere in there. And even today when I woke up, it was 65 degrees. I was like, what world am I in where now I get to live in this beautiful state and have this beautiful weather all the time, and even during the summer when I'm typically used to 120, 110, and it's so amazing to live in this weather. But right here I have some of the averages for us to go over, and so you guys can kind of compare and contrast. I'll pop these up on the screen as well so you guys can see the differences with your eyes. You're gonna see January, this is for Dallas. So January, 55 degrees is gonna be your high. February, 61, March, 69. Coming into that springtime, we're gonna be 77 in April, 84 in May, 92 in June. Coming into the summertime, 96 in July, 96 in August. September is 89, and then coming back into that fall time, it's gonna be 79, 66, and 57. And then we are gonna go over to the Denver temperature differences. Starting in January, you're gonna be looking at 49 for that high. February, 49 again. March, 58. Going into spring, you're gonna be seeing 65, 73, June, 86, July, 92, August, 90, September, 82, going into fall, 68, November, 57, December, 47. So you're definitely seeing that it is obviously cooler here in Denver. That is the absolute beauty of living here, is the weather. And next we're gonna go into taxes. Okay, heading into taxes, let's go over the differences between the property taxes in Texas and in Colorado. I know the big question and big commentary is going to be Texas prices are so much cheaper when it comes to housing than in Colorado. 100%, that's no question, that's absolutely true. We definitely are on the high side of the United States average versus Texas is on the lower end, which, yes, you know, that's nice, right? But when it comes to property taxes, Texas is actually gonna be one of the higher states in America at a 1.8% tax rate. And that's obviously dependent on the city that you live in, but on average, taxes in the state of Texas is about a 1.8. So using that as a number comparison, the $200,000 home that you purchase in Texas at a 1.8% is going to be $3,600 for the year of taxes. And that is quite a bit. The thing that's nice about Colorado, and when it comes to the taxes, is it's gonna be one of the lowest amounts in all of the United States. It's actually the third lowest amount. So we are a lot cheaper when it comes to property taxes, and that really affects your monthly payment, something that you can go over with me and or your lender and kind of get a greater idea of what that payment would look like. But when it comes to property taxes, since that is wrapped into your monthly payment, the lower the better, and Denver is at about 0.51. So a lot less, even more than 1% less than it is in Texas, which is really awesome for the monthly payment, which is probably typically when I'm talking to my clients, they don't really even care how much the house is per se, but how much their monthly payment is, and that's always the most important to them. Okay, moving into our next comparison, we are going to do an overall cost of living comparison between Texas and Colorado. I think we all know that Colorado is known to be a little bit more expensive than Texas. A lot of people are moving to Texas right now for affordability, and pretty much I don't know anyone that's saying I'm moving to Colorado for affordability unless you're from those more expensive states like New York, for example, or California, Seattle, Portland, those kind of areas where yes, it is a little bit more affordable to live here. But if you're moving from Texas to Colorado, you're definitely not moving because of affordability. You're probably moving because job, and you got an awesome opportunity and you want to live here, not only because of your job, but the nature is gorgeous. But anyways, let's go on to cost of living. I like to use bestplaces.net to compare, and they do use it on a scale of 100 being the national average. So I'm going to be comparing that with both states. Going into Texas, we'll go over everything. Overall affordability is going to be rated on a 93.9, being 100 being the average. So it's a little bit more affordable than the national average, which is awesome. Groceries going to be a 93.7, health 95.4, housing 84.3. So it's super affordable housing. Average median cost $243,600. And utilities 99.2, so you're seeing a little bit higher than what we've been seeing in the other numbers, just based off of, I'm assuming, the weather, because it gets pretty hot there. Transportation 103.3. You pretty much have to drive anywhere that you live in Texas because the transportation, they don't have a lot of inner city transportation ideas put together yet. Miscellaneous is going to be 96.4. Going on to Colorado, I'll have both of these popped up on the screen again so you guys can kind of see the difference with your eyes. Overall, Colorado cost of living, 121.1. Groceries, 100.7. Health, 95.8. And housing, 166.1. So a lot more expensive than the national average, but again, pretty affordable when you are thinking about exactly what state you're moving from. Utilities is going to be 98.4, and I think I skipped over median price of a home is $488,600. So that's on average. I would say, you know, depending on what area you're looking in, you could definitely see a higher average than that. Transportation 106.7. Again, we don't have, you know, the most friendly inner city transportation. You're gonna need a car most likely if you live here. Miscellaneous 100.2. So overall, Colorado is definitely a more expensive place to live, but in my opinion, you know, a lot of people want to live places where it's beautiful, and the more people there are, the more expensive it gets, just because supply and demand. Heading into the next thing is going to be amenities and activities that we have in this beautiful state of Colorado versus Texas. Texas is definitely known for people staying indoors more often just because of the weather, and Colorado is the complete opposite. So if you're looking for more things to do, just like I was when I moved from Arizona here, you definitely are in the right place. Colorado has tons of things, and I have noticed that over the years I have stepped outside way more than I ever did when I lived in Arizona. There are tons of things to do, and the community loves to get outside, and you know, you have a bunch of people that want to do it too, and it makes it more fun. Some of the things that we like to do here are definitely going to be hiking, biking, heading out into the mountains, going on lakes. We're big sports people out here in Colorado. Go Avs, we just won the Stanley Cup. I'm so happy. I was watching the entire series, and I definitely got my Makar shirt, and I'm just waiting for it to come in the mail. I'm so excited to wear it. Anyways, We love sports out here, and Nuggets, Broncos, you know, Russell Wilson just joined the Broncos. We love Russell Wilson. Tickets are 10 times more expensive, but we love it. Hopefully we can do good this season. If that's something that you enjoy, especially, you know, a lot of people like to go out on the weekends with their families. It's kind of that work-life balance that maybe a lot of states don't have, because it's pretty much work, work, work. You go home, you have to stay inside because it's just too hot and there's nothing to do, versus Colorado. We work hard and we play hard. Okay, moving on from work-life balance, we are gonna go into economy and why I think tons of people are moving here from Texas. Tons and tons of job opportunity. Some of the biggest tech companies have recently relocated themselves to this beautiful state, and it has absolutely exploded the job market, which is something that's super important to a lot of my clients that are relocating here from other states. They have to have a job in place, and there are some amazing job opportunities and tons of them in this state. So if that's something that's super important to you, definitely Denver might be the right spot for you. I know a lot of other states you wouldn't even want to relocate to, because can you even find a job and can it suffice your lifestyle? So that's another really important thing when it comes to moving here. Where and when and how and all of the things can I find a job? All right, guys, that's it for today. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video and it was super insightful and gave you tons of information that you can use to really make the best decision for you and your family. I know that Colorado is the second most popular place for Texans to move to right now. So again, hopefully I provided some information that you might have not known otherwise. My number's popping up on the screen. Please feel free to reach out. I also have a relocation guide if you guys aren't quite ready to reach out, but you still want a little bit more information. That link is going to be in the description box. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.